day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How y'all doing today? I hope you said well. Well, our short-lived time in Ohio is finished. We are going to be vlogging something in Ohio, but we're actually heading out of Ohio, making our way out today. But along the way, there's a really inspiring story about a slave, and we're going to go and talk about it today. This is one of those kind of like, I guess you'd almost say like a feel-good moment in the history of the Underground Railroad. We're going to talk about a man named Addison White today. Daze with Jordan the Lion, it begins right now. There is the co-host. He just got his belly full of eggs from his grandmother, and he's ready to hit the road. This is actually taking us to a town in part of Ohio I've never been to before. This is a place called Mechanicsburg we're going to. Welcome to Mechanicsburg, home of the Indians. I want to start in the downtown area. There's a plaque there that tells a lot of this story. Now this story, the story of Addison White, this is not something that you heard a whole lot of. I mean, as far as things like this happening, it was really kind of a unique event, and when we talk about it, I think you'll find it to be quite worth talking about. Something very special. All right, so wouldn't you know it, guys, when I went home and transferred this footage, it had a major glitch, like some weird zigzag through the footage, so I downloaded the plaques, both sides that I showed you, and I'm going to read them here for you. So it says, Congress passed fugitive slave laws in 1793 and 1850, allowing federal marshals to arrest slaves that had escaped to the north and take them back to their southern owners. They could also arrest northerners suspected of aiding runaway slaves. These laws were contested throughout the North, including Ohio, where one case received national press. It involved escaped slave Addison White, who arrived in Mechanicsburg, where we are now, in August of 1856. There he met abolitionist Udney Hyde and stayed at his farm while Hyde recovered from a leg injury. White's master, Daniel White, learned of his location and went to Mechanicsburg in April of 1857 with federal marshals. When attempting to take Addison and arrest Hyde on grounds of violating the fugitive slave law, Hyde's daughter ran to this town and brought back residents with pitchforks and shovels to fight off the marshals. Fearing for their lives, the marshals left, but came back to arrest the men who protected Addison White. Then on the other side it said, arresting Charlie Taylor, Edward Taylor, Russell Hyde, and Hiram Guttridge, the marshals, saying they were taking the men into Urbana for a preliminary trial on charges of harboring and protecting a fugitive slave, instead headed south to Kentucky. Learning of the arrest, a large number of Champaign County citizens set off on horseback to free their neighbors. The Clark County Sheriff joined in the pursuit, but was shot near South Charleston when trying to stop the marshals. The running battle ended in Lumberton near Xenia when the Greene County Sheriff arrested the marshals. The case was finally settled when the people of Mechanicsburg paid $900 for Addison White's freedom. During the Civil War, Addison White joined the 54th Massachusetts Infantry, fought for the North, and returned to Mechanicsburg after the war to work for the city's street department. He and his second wife, Amanda, are buried in the nearby Maple Grove Cemetery, which of course we're going to head to now. Gosh, I just love that story. Ever since I read about it, I just couldn't wait to come back here and do this vlog, because to me that's just so amazing that not only all these people would fight for Addison White, but then, you know, go chasing the federal marshals out of state to do it even. Just unbelievable. Now let's go out and visit Addison's grave. Looks like there's the cemetery right ahead in front of us. We don't even have a section to go off of, so it's going to be a little difficult. I just know it's near some trees. So I believe I found Addison and his wife right here where the road bends. It's these two right here. Just an unbelievable story from everyone involved. I mean, you know, to Udney Hyde to take in a runaway slave, and then Addison stays longer than planned on the Underground Railroad to help him out because he has a leg injury, and then all this to come about to where the townspeople would defend Addison. And what's crazy is I read that this was actually kind of a nationwide political legal battle, because apparently once the federal marshals had taken the locals, one of the local sheriffs here was tracking the marshals to get the locals back, and he was shot, and that caused a lot of problems. So they ended up taking this to court, and they were basically testing the legality of the fugitive slave law. So it said that the legal proceedings lasted for about a year, with the jury basically not being able to make a verdict. They couldn't decide, and so that's when the townspeople just decided to raise the money to buy Addison's freedom. And then you saw what Addison did with his freedom. He went and fought in the Civil War for the North. And then when he was finished there, he came back home here. The people that helped him, Mechanicsburg, and worked for the town. Wow. Pretty crazy story, huh? I just thought it was worth sharing today. I love stories like this. You don't get to hear about them too often. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed our vlog today. We are gonna call it a day. I don't think that you really need to add anything to this. It's just one of those stories that just kind of makes you think, makes you appreciate, and just kind of makes you sometimes think about what's right in life when so many things are wrong. It's nice to see something like this. So thank you all for watching. If it's your first time here, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and please hit the notification bell for future videos. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.